Most beginner wedding pros think being fully booked and hustling 24/7 is success, but behind the scenes, they're barely hanging on. And after coaching well over 1,000 wedding pros, I can tell you this: the ones who stay stuck are repeating the same 5 mistakes and they don't even know it. Mistake number 5 is the king of mistakes for new business owners, and it is the reason I see so many wedding businesses fail in the first couple of years. And it is... Welcome back to the Wedding Pro CEO podcast. I'm Brandy Gar, and in this video, I'm walking you through the top 5 mistakes new wedding business owners make and exactly how to fix them so you can stop spinning your wheels and actually start making money. Mistake number 1 is one of the worst, and it's because our industry has made this a total badge of honor, but thinking booked out is a flex. I see this on threads all the time where people are like, I am officially booked out for 2025. And I'm like, it's April. Why do we think that that's a good thing? So that means that for the rest of the year, you're taking no more bookings for this year and your revenue is completely capped for the year. Let's clear this up. Booked out is not a flex if you're underpaid, overworked, and cannot take on any more high-paying clients. You brag about being busy, but you're stuck in survival mode, and that's not the goal. What you need to do is raise your rates, build in margin, and hire a team so that you have capacity to scale. Booked out means capped out. And the reality is your business isn't scaling if you're booked out. The second mistake I see beginner wedding pros make is charging based on emotion and not on math. Now, I personally did this for far too long in my business because I didn't understand how to calculate profitability of a service that really had very little overhead cost to it. And I would say things like, it's just my time, it's no big deal. But the reality is time is our most precious resource, and guessing what you should be making for each of those precious hours is leaving you burned out. You're guessing what your pricing should be based on what everyone else is charging and what feels fair. But that's not a strategy. That's complete chaos. If you're not doing the math, you're building a business on hope and not a paycheck. Instead, I want you to start with your expenses. I want you to understand exactly how much it costs you to service each of your packages. Then I want you to think about your income goals. How much do you want to make from your business this year? And how many hours does it take you to service each of those packages? That's how you're going to understand how much you should be charging for each of your hours. And the last thing I want you to think about is how many events do you personally want to work each year? All of these things are going to help you to back into your pricing so that it's not emotional and based on what everyone else is doing. It's literally math. And when you understand the profitability of your packages, it also helps you to sell from a way more confident price and your sales start to go up. Okay, mistake number 3 is not auditing your sales funnel. And you guys, I feel like I talk about this until I'm literally purple, but you say things like, I'm just not booking enough. But have you ever asked why? Where's the leak? Where's the breakdown? Is it your inquiries? Is it your response time? Is it your consultations? Is it your follow-up? Most new business owners never track this. If you're not auditing your sales funnel at every single step of the funnel, you're guessing, and guessing doesn't pay the bills and it makes you feel completely out of control. Instead, here's the fix. 1, look at your numbers. How many leads are coming in and how many of those leads booked a consult? Number 2, how many of those consults actually say yes? Find the leak and then fix it. That's the way successful scaling business owners run their business. Mistake number 4, I think pretty much every single wedding pro has done in the early days, and that's saying yes to every client. And the reality is, while this is a mistake, and I wanted to put it in this episode because it's something I want you to grow out of quickly, I almost feel like in the beginning, you kind of have to say yes to everyone so that you can know who you don't want to work with anymore. And so in the beginning, you're saying yes to all these different types of clients, and some of them will literally make you wish you never started your business. But then you can look at the qualities of those clients and say, yeah, I don't think I want to work with that type of client again. But the mistake piece here is that too many wedding pros sit in this stage for way too long, and it's keeping you stuck. You're afraid to say no because you think money equals success, but not every client is worth the headache. The wrong clients drain your time, your energy, and your reputation, and saying yes to the wrong ones blocks the opportunity you have to book the right ones. So here's the fix. Qualify your leads. Say no to red flags. Protect your time like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. Again, we all do this, and I think there's a time and a place for this mistake to actually be something you need to do, but quickly learn what kind of clients you love and what kind of clients make you hate the business you're building, and quickly start to qualify your leads so you're only booking those dream clients. Mistake number 5 is the king of mistakes for new business owners, and it is the reason I see so many wedding businesses fail in the first couple of years, and it is not spending enough time on marketing. Marketing isn't optional. It's not what you do after you do all of the work for the day. It is the work as a business owner. You're great at your craft, but if nobody knows about it, you're literally invisible, and invisible doesn't scale. I know this saying is almost cliche at this point, but it is so true, and I want it to get in your gut, CEO. If you're listening to this right now and you're doing something else, tune back in, because I am so passionate about this. Someone out there in your market with half of your talent is booking your dream clients because you decided that you weren't great at social media, or that you didn't have time to get online, or you did everything else in your day before you made time for marketing, and so you never got around to marketing. You are invisible. It doesn't matter how talented you are, how good you are at your craft, if no one knows about it. So get loud, get visible, post reels, send emails, collaborate with other vendors, go to networking events, share your value daily. The businesses that grow are the ones people see over and over again. These mistakes are common, but you don't have to stay stuck in them. Just the fact that you're here on this channel listening to the strategies that we teach on how to build and scale a successful business means you care enough about learning how to build your business to get out of these mistakes. From this episode, I want you to pick one of these mistakes that you might be stuck in, and I want you to dig in and get out of this beginner stage of business. Get out of doing this mistake and start treating your business like the CEO it needs you to be. And if you got anything from this episode, I want you to hit the subscribe button and like and comment on this video. That helps us so much to be able to reach even more wedding pros as we're sharing these strategies and how to grow and scale your wedding business. Our goal is to change the way the wedding industry does business so that we can actually start to ditch the overwhelm and build profitable, successful businesses. Thanks so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Well, there's a frog in my throat. Your most valuable asset. What? Make you those. If you don't, okay, hang on. I reached for the teleprompter. If you're ready,